Hello, it's me, Poison. Your one stop, blah, 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 blah. Hi, it's me, Poison. Your one-stop shop for everything that's me, Poison. Um, hello. We are farmers. Dum, ba, dum, da, 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 dum. Thank you, Proto. And hello, Proto. Hello, Silver Sun. Hello, Razmataz. Okay. So we were working on the model, the VTuber model that we were going to do all of the things with, the male VTuber model. And I came to a conclusion that I can't skip the difficult phase of art, which is like trial and error. So I decided to go ahead and push the model through to the next steps, to doing the unity of it all. Also, because at a certain point, sometimes when I'm working on a model, especially one that I know I'm not going to use multiple times, I like to remind myself not to spend too long on it. Like try not to spend longer than you might use it on it. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna push it forward so that way we can work on our normal maps and do all the other stuff. Because yeah, I mean, it's not like bad. It's not quite where I want it to be, but that's more like my art skill level, not necessarily, yeah. But it's gonna look nice. And if nothing else, it's gonna look like really pretty and shiny. But it is on the Unity stage, so it's on the special effects and everything. Let me make sure that I switch my category on Twitch over to art real fast. Oh nope, software and programming. Yeah. Because less competition. Also because I'm in Unity for this mostly. Uh, let's go ahead and pull it up. Don't you dare, Windows. I got a notification that said one of my application wants to update. I'm like, no. I can't stream and update at the same time. Please do not do that, Windows. Hi, it's me, Poison, and I'm over here now. Um, but I did a little bit of stuff off stream, like porting it in. I went ahead and I didn't finish doing the rigging. Oh, my cat might went down. Let me move my cables out of his way. Um, we did some of the normal mapping. I'm gonna have to make some edits here and there. And I came up with an idea for it, and it's gonna be hard to see what that idea is yet, but it's gonna look pretty good once I finish doing all the material edits. Because one thing I decided was that I was gonna, in the Vtuber stage, just basically color block out what I needed to color block out for material effects in Unity. So by the end of this, it's gonna look nothing like this. Like, these are all just mapped out material effect locations. We already did some of it. I'm wanting to go with this, kind of like Snake King vibes. Because I've really liked the snake palette I've used the past couple of months. I did already notice some issues with the model that probably won't show when I move it over to Wardo, but I noticed them here. Let's see. Let's go ahead, short hair. No, I want front hair. Reduce gravity to almost nothing. And this, I believe, yeah, that's the, so these should be set to tail. Make sure wind has 0 influence on it. And this is going to be set to long hair. Ironically, I do think I actually end up doing the jacket rigging already. Okay, so I want to do something different with this collider. And I should be able to do it here. Okay, there we go. I need it to grab, there we go. I wanted to get like wider as it goes down. Normally it would be like widest right here, but specifically for this, I kind of want it to be widest, like, I guess I could do, eh. I could do that. I'm doing some experiments with the ponytail rigging. Is basically what that is. Let's see. Does this have colliders on it? It doesn't have the colliders. So I likely did not do this. But I'm just going to set it to cape. But yeah, I have a feeling this one, well, like, not a feeling. The goal here is to not mess with too much and extend the time I'm working on this model. Because I've already worked on this model a little too long for my workflow. So this will be done relatively shortly. Which is one of the reasons why I went ahead and did some of the like different things that needed to be done right before stream. Okay, for this, it's this one. I would like to copy, and then I'm going to paste that into this. That is a really pretty like lime slash, like, just, I like that lime slash like leafy green color. Like, it's in between those. I have done that so many times. Yes, my endangered species of a, honestly, that is the best way to phrase it, because I do like keep it like one to every 10. Except this time, because we have By Song coming up, and so this is kind of like me just doing a test drive of techniques. My cat might hit his head on the table or something. If you hear a thud, that's what it is. No, you're good. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. What if I did start taking attendance? Like, okay, checking Proto, Silver Sun, Razzmatazz, presently dead, presently undead. Okay, but like, this is gonna need... Okay, so I realized something just now with this. If I do the thing I want to do, I'm gonna have to do a special thing also. So we're gonna go back to this, because I do want to do that. I'm gonna hide these, filter, effect, normal map, hit yes, and I'm gonna bring this one back up, and I'm gonna select these sections of this, and then I need to go to grab this. We're gonna basically pull over our normal map over. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm not rushing myself, but I have an internal timer going on in my brain. So I guess I'm technically rushing myself a little bit. Oh no, that's not the right map. That's my sweat map. I want snakeskin. It's just basically just a picture of a snake that I then transitioned into a normal map. Give me this really cool, like, look. I want to maybe do something like this. It needs to be very small so it can be repeated. Or I could have it like get wider on this one. Okay. This is probably for the best too, so that way I could rotate it. Snake scale should be going down, yeah. And then we're gonna drag it down to here. And I want to make these smaller, even though I'm gonna have to Control-C, Control-V a lot. I actually think these are upside down. They are upside down. Honestly, you probably won't be able to tell if they're right side up or upside down. Okay. I was gonna try to speed, but I don't think I can do that. Then we're gonna rotate this one slightly out this way. A lot of these I'm just gonna use Socratic sampling, but specifically this is the one article of clothing that has multiple like materials needed on it that are gonna need to be this specific lime green. So I can't do that with this one. Yeah, that's right. NMD. Just gonna say that. Because this color and this color have to be the exact same. So I needed to make a normal map specifically for that, so that way I could do that. Then I'm going for the ends. I found M. Okay. There it is. Put this up here. Yes. Okay. And then I'm gonna go down to this, and I want to grab, it's called DW. And then I'm gonna fix, and we're gonna switch this to alpha. There we go. Kind of looks like I'm a big game hunter right now. And it might just end up having that vibe, and I'm okay with that. Not necessarily fully okay with big game hunting, I'm just okay if I look like one. Okay, let's see. Next is this snake. Like I said, a lot of these materials are also just really big sets. So it's not going to be the worst setting them up, because I did do them as really big sets. Okay. For this one, I'm gonna need to use matte caps for most of it. but I do want to use this as gold. Oh wait, no, I want to keep it on these matte caps because I want to make sure that I can do custom normal maps on each section. So I'm going to grab this custom normal map, and then I'm going to want it to use this snake skin. And we're going to go 4 and 5. And then I need to grab wherever that is. I think it's here. Fix now. Hit replace. So that's just the full thing. Oh no, it's not. I just haven't fixed it for alpha. There we go. Custom normal map. I'm going to drag this over just so I can see it. That works. And we're going to do gradients. Yes. Okay. Now I could make this another form of green. But I think... Or I could make this diamond. Then it could be a diamond bag. Get it? Because diamonds. Let's see. I did that. I probably need to do something more like this. I'm going to use that as a placeholder. I don't think that's what I'm going to use. Just going to use it as a placeholder. Because for now, that's fine. Okay. I'm going to go back and forth just a little bit. Now I'm going to come to this. Gradient. And I want this to have the gold section. So I need to find wherever. There it is. Fix now. But this is what I was also talking about, where it's like, if nothing else, I'm going to make it like the outfit, if it doesn't look that great, I'm just going to make it very distracting. I'm going to do some razzle dazzle. And that razzle dazzle will protect me from people seeing any of the bad line work or anything. Yeah. That's just honestly my number one trick to like making it to where if I do something that doesn't necessarily look that great, add glitter, add shiny, add reflective material. If you make it sparkly, it's harder to see the bad lines. Okay. This is the green space. So, though it doesn't really matter what it is originally, because I'm probably just going to fully replace it. I could do silver. Especially if I'm going to leave this as is, but it's looking a little street magician-y. So I might go through here and just... Though, I just realized I did kind of give myself like a magician silhouette. Because that's kind of like a petticoat. And this now kind of looks very tuxedo-esque. Okay, I want this one to have a custom normal map though. And I'm gonna give it this snakeskin. And we're gonna go 3 and 2. I'm gonna use the back a little bit to see how it's looking. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this snake. So that way I can make its color line up a little bit better. Okay. I want to take this gradient. I have like the line work for this. I think I called it like snake line or line something. Heart line stop. It's this one. I did terrible at naming my things convenient things to keep track of them this time. Because, like, these are not named very well. Or, like, really even that sensible. Okay. Up next. There's this one that's called Stop TE, which is Tooth and Eyes. And for these, I want to do like the diamond map stuff that I have. So that way they can definitely be a different texture. Okay. Then this one. I believe it's going to be bottom eye. Fix now. Alpha. I think one of these. I'm not using the cube map. So actually, I'm going to take that off. I want to use the cube map for this. And then take the same bottom eye. Because I wanted these to be gold. There we go. The question is now, do I take all of the, like, right now the color scheme is green, gold, and this diamond texture. Should I go ahead and corroborate to, like, say the diamond color more? Because I think the diamond's prettier. And that's why I was doing these at the same time, is because, like, they're the main parts of the outfit, so they kind of determine what each other looks like. Which part is this? Oh, wait, now that's the full thing. Yeah, because that didn't have a mask on it. Oh, I think it was supposed to be this. Yeah, alpha, fix now. There we go. Because I do debate just having all of the, like... That's very onyxy. And onyx is also a good color. As a matter of fact, it might be a better color for the underglove, too. Watch me just end up, like, using that onyx, like, on almost every part. Let's see. This... I got this. I mean, that does, I think, look better. Okay. One of these things needs a custom normal map. It does look a little saran wrappy. It's kind of giving Emma Frost a little bit, because Emma Frost does like that, like some of her outfits just have that diamond on it material. It's also giving a little tinfoily. So let's see if we mix the diamond textures that I have. And then that way it's kind of like a gradient into that. Let's see. From this position, think that's fine. If we're kind of just going to try to make just something that looks decent, I'm going to do gradient, take this matte cap. I want to do this, fix now, and then I'm going to go to the custom normal map. I'm going to take fabric. We're going to do 2 and 2. And then I would like to add emission. Yeah, okay. This is gonna help create more of like a one. It's doing a lining work for like all of the like excess spaces. But I want to kind of make the outfit look more like clothing. By mixing in this like normal map with this. And I'm gonna take copy, because I'm gonna use this in more than just that. What section is this? Pants. Paste. There we go. I also think for these pants, I think I can just use this fabric also. Two and one. I'm not gonna worry too much about the pants because they're not gonna be on screen hardly ever. Okay. Grab these two. I'm gonna grab these three. Matte cap. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to my poison boots. Because I really like this color. I copy that. Come down to this. And this should be able to hold because it should be all the same. Because I like how this ends up looking in the in Wordo. Even if it doesn't look necessarily the best right here, I know it looks good when it's moved over. Okay. Let's move on to the snakes. And these should be right here. Yeah. Okay, so first, I have the normal map already made. And then I'm gonna go matte cap, gradient. I want everything but the snake's eyes. Alpha. Invert. And I don't want it to be that emissive. There we go. And cube map. And once again, I want to grab the eye map. Alpha. I'm gonna have that be like a semi-replace, so they'll sheen with gold. Okay. Now let's go to the chest area. I'm gonna add my clear coat to this. Looks like just gloss. And then I'm gonna use my sweat map. And then reduce this stuff. A little bit more visibility. And then I'm gonna grab this. This. There we go. We're gonna go 3 and 4. If I do like 0.5, that's a little too fast. It looks like I'm sweating bullets. I just want something where it's gonna move a little bit, but not fast enough to like really watch it move. And then Socratic. And that's gonna make sure it stays a little bit more even all over the place. Okay. I believe this leaves me with just like the two main things that I wanted to do with this, which is the normal map for the face and the normal map for the chest. That's one of the reasons why I'm using a lot of preset normal maps, is because I wanted to make sure that I was able to focus on the part of the model that I'm learning and not have to spend a lot of time on the outfit part, but still have the outfit be like something similar, like at least shiny and pretty to look at. Okay. I want the heart and mouth, and we're gonna do alpha. I'm gonna set this to a green, gold, and we're gonna make that a little emissive. There we go. I might also do that for my eyes. Add. Yeah. Fade. Cube map. Add. And then take this. Using as many presets as I have possible. And then these. This won't technically be right, but I'm just gonna use my same old normal map because it should be close enough to what I need. Okay. I think the main thing I want to fix up a little bit is the chest. So I'm going to come into here, go to this, and now I need to plug in my draw pad. because I need to be able to write, well, not write. I need to be able to make some harsh lines and also blur a little bit. Copy paste. By the way, in case you don't do this, I would like to know, like, just a quick tip for me and my blend guide. If you ever blend, I like to copy paste before I start blending, and that's so that way it doesn't become transparent. Because if you blend without that doing that, it will sometimes just be very, very transparent. Because as you blend it, it spreads stuff out. Don't really have to shade all the way down there. And what I'm doing right here is trying to get rid of like bumps in the skin. And I'm also going to be doing just a little bit of reshaping. New layer. I want to grab the dark right here. Line tool. Just want to blend this into the skin. Okay. File. Save as. I'm going to save this as BDA test 2. Just because the other one is serviceable, but I want to see if I can't make it better. So let's see, where's my BD test 2? There it is. Come down to this. Okay, and then Control C. Okay. Test 1. Test 2. I like test 2 just a little bit more. But I also think File, Open. I want to go to the texture because I noticed something. I still have that kind of axe wound on my chest. And I'm going to replace this with the normal map shading. So this doesn't need to be here as much. And then I'm going to do what I learned from basically almost looking at every game, which was to kind of do this. Which I noticed Love and Deep Space do this the most. File, save as. We're going to call it Alt Chest. And save it in material so I can switch it easily. Okay, come to this. chest 1, chest 2. Yeah, I think that looks way more like pecs. Without that, like, line right there. Okay. Another thing I want to do, now that I see how much the normal map is going to be able to handle, I'm going to switch this to a multiply layer. And I'm going to take that line tool that I did with the other thing, except this time it's going to be a bit thicker. I think I may need to make that even darker. Then we're going to do this. Mostly want to blur this space. I'm going to blur it into the skin. Reduce its transparency a little bit more. File. Save. And this should automatically switch what's on the model. I don't know. I think that might have made it look less. It also fixed some other things. I think what I need to do is, I like the line, but I just need to make it way more transparent. Like that. And honestly, this is the main thing that I'm trying to accomplish right here. Okay. Now I need to fix the face normal map, because that's not exactly what I want the face to look like. Okay. One thing that's very clear to me, that's an issue. This is way too harsh of a curve. So I'm just kind of gonna get rid of some of that highlighting. And then take this blend map, and I want to blend it into the surrounding area. So everything's an easy gradient. Okay. I'm going to take this area and move it up the face. And then do the same on this side. Blend this into this face. File, save as. I'm gonna say, put this as 3. Yes. And then go to the face. Fix now. That's a bit better. It will be really hard to tell like how good it is in Unity, but I will say the lips are a lot better because they were just so puffed out. Okay. And I'm not going to do any special like gradient effects on the face at all. If I did anything, it would probably be subsurface scattering. I've done that before, I just need to make sure I know how that works. Okay. Okay, so it's like coloring things based off of how far they are from the camera for this. I could do that. That wouldn't take me long at all. And I think that would help out a lot because I'm going for mostly natural face. File, open. So many faces. But you can tell whenever I'm doing a like test face or something or test model because that's very common is for me to have like a bunch of like uh just faces and like bodies in one model's texture files. Okay. So I want to take this, do a correction layer, gradient map. Do this. Control C, Control V. Oh, whoops, I meant this one. Delete. Merge down. Merge selected. Okay. So I'm going to take this gray right here, and I'm just going to like kind of fill out this space. Then we're going to take the ears. Then I need to take the lips. Be a little bit more careful when I'm filling this in. Let's get that in. I'm going to create just a little bit here. Come up, grab this dark, and we're just gonna fill out more of this. None of the forehead. And I'm just curious to see if this worked. Oh wait, first. File, save as, SSS, because why not? Materials, save. Yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to cube map. No, not cube map. Why would I do that? Subsurface scattering. Drag this. And I'm gonna take this down to a deeper red. Yeah, that works. And base color mix. Control Z, Control Z. Can't remember what color it was on originally. Okay, top corner there. I wouldn't normally do the subsurface scattering map. It just seemed like it wouldn't be that difficult and would add a little bit of like more natural color to the face that wouldn't look very makeup-y, which was one of the biggest challenges for me. Okay. I think that's all that I needed. Just need to make sure everything has its normal map now. As like dragged over. Okay, check that. And then so that's check. That's check. Check. Just want to see what that would look like. We're just gonna call that check still. Yeah. That's check. That's check. That's check. 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 This has its normal map. This. Oh, it needs the teeth. Glitter. I need to come down to this masking, pull this over, alpha, and we want to do 25, square, a little bit bigger. Okay, now that's done. This, go 4 and 5. This, I'm gonna take this, oh, it already has it, okay. So 4 and 5, 2 and, just gonna increase this just a little bit. Okay, but that's good. Snake's good. These, I didn't do anything with them, but I don't think there's anything I really need to do with them. Because I think they're just fine as is. Like, I could add, like, snake skin or anything to it, but they're mostly just flat wood, and I think I'll just leave them like that. This... Same. We're actually almost ready to export. Because, like, I'm wanting to mostly kind of see what this looks like at the end process and see what I need to fix or what came out good. I'm doing good. We are working on getting this about to export. I'm going through the checklist to make sure everything has its materials set. And then I'll be ready to like hit the finalize. But I think it has everything. So I think all I need to do, I'm gonna hit back here, save, and we're gonna hit the play so I can just see, make sure the physics are done right. And then if they are, then we're ready to export. Oh, nice. I feel. And which one is a Song of Horror? I don't think so. I actually like. There's very specific situations where I like horror, and outside of that, I'm not a huge fan. Like, I mostly like horror that involves, like, for one, witches. Like, I love a good horror story about a witch. But, like... Oh, okay. I think I might have seen something about it, but I'm likely confusing with another game. Do. I hate, like, having to wait sometimes for these cache things to finish. But if I don't wait for them to finish, then I might have to export twice, which takes even longer. Ah, I see. Now, I am familiar with Lovecraft. I say, as I previously stated, I wasn't a big horror fan. But, like, I had family that really liked Lovecraft stuff. And I played one D&D campaign that was Lovecraft themed. I'm a big fan of doing like seasonal holiday things. Like anytime I ran a D&D table, anytime there was a holiday, I'd have a themed campaign that week for my players. Like for Thanksgiving, there was like a haunted Beauty and the Beast like moment where they fought inanimate objects. Yeah, but Cthulhu has a lot of games about him. Like there's the one where you have to go around like and you're trying to like stop the cultists from ending the world. That's like a really hard to actually succeed at. And then there's like the Cthulhu one where you play as the Cthulhus and you're trying to be the best Cthulhu out of everyone. I think I also played a game where you're dating Cthulhu. Because it was like, I think it was like a game on Steam. Maybe. Let me see. No, the one I was talking about was a board game, except for the dating one. That one I played, like, and it like had very anime-esque, like it had anime-esque art with like multiple endings. It was visual novel adjacent. Ah, okay. Let me see. Actually, if I type in Cthulhu dating simulator, it'll probably pop up. I did find it. Because it also had the Yellow King in it. I played this one. It was cute. But I think I played it before it was finished. Yeah. And like it also had some SCP stuff in it too. Okay, it looks like the physics are working. It doesn't look there's like any clipping issues that I can spot immediately. Okay. With that being said, I can lock these materials in and we can just see how it works. I could have recommended something then. I actually don't play that many visual novels. I played that one when I was in college, and it was because I was in a class that was really boring, and I had a like 120 in, which is very something for college because that's not something that really is typically possible in college. But I did have it, so it's like I kind of already knew all the information, so I was like, I'm good. I'll just be over here doing this. No, the professor was cool with me because they're like, yeah, you know the information, you're good. And at university, testing out of taking a course isn't as much of a thing. Like, especially certain universities that want you to like have to pay for each class. Okay, we want Bordeaux. New mod. We're just gonna call it Poison Man. Because that's gonna be how I remember it. Okay. I'm gonna go check its materials, make sure they're actually locked in. Because there has been times where I thought I locked them in, but they're not. Okay. Bordeaux, switch to active mode. Build the mod! I played, and it wasn't new when it came out, but I graduated grad school 3 years ago. And I also did go to college like later on in life. Because as a side note, this is something that like they don't tell you, like, and this is specifically advice that works in the United States. Going to college later in life, there's this scholarship that's designed for non-traditional students and a tax write-off for it. So I found that I couldn't afford to go to college immediately after high school, but I could afford to go to college as an adult. Hey, you didn't die. Yeah, no. I mean, like, it wasn't that long ago. Because if you think of, as a side note, one of the reasons why I wasn't a streamer before was because I worked 3 jobs while in college. So, like, I didn't really have time when I was like an undergrad and graduate. But once I finished, I was like, yeah, let me actually start streaming. Oh, I was unaware, Proto. I mean, hey, congratulations on not dying. That's how my brother-in-law went to college, because med school is expensive. They did Air Force. I debated doing a military contract for science, but decided against it with this administration. I might once this administration's over. 'Cause God only knows what they would want me to do. Yeah, there's that is because technically in the United States it's not a war until Congress declares it's a war, even if they call it even if it actually is a war. It's like there are no wars. Oh no. Like I do find it kind of funny because like United States is very much bossing say mixed with the Fire Nation. Like from Avatar, The Last Airbender. We have no wars, but we are also constantly causing them. If no wars, how are we instigating? No, better question. If no wars, why are we instigating? And hey, I'm just happy to be here. Same. And like the war on Doogs making it to where ODing became more common and lacing became a bigger issue. Okay. I'm probably just gonna move it directly over to the streaming computer and we'll just find out over here if it works or not. Uh, okay, I've pulled it up. Now I just gotta move it. I'm so glad I realized I don't have to upload it to Google Chrome. I could just drag it from one computer to the other. And I'm annoyed that it took me like I would say 50 models to find that out. It's just funny because I like specifically have it set up to do that. Scroll down. Okay, ready to see what it looks like? I have no idea what it's gonna look like. There might need to be specific lighting settings, but who knows? Oh God. Baby face. I definitely need to not be in this pose. Because my neck is swallowing me. I kind of look like I'm a crocodile VTuber that like has a way more like kind of anamorph-esque. Let me switch my position. I think I need to reverse the shading on the chest. I'm gonna turn the lights off. I mean, I will say it's kind of funny how the face looks a little jolly. I can see what I want to change and what I did okay with. This model is definitely part crocodile. Oh no, a collider is broken. Switch the pose. Thank you, Raz. But yeah, no, I think the baby face is coming from the subsurface scattering map I just did. Like as a rush thing. But yeah, definitely baby faced. Especially compared to the body. Let's turn on directional lighting. Or point lighting. Why do I look so young? Why is baby? Also, I don't think that collider was broken when I tested out the model. Like, I think it's exported poorly. Because that sometimes happens when I export something, it gets a little bit conjumbled. Let's see. I'm gonna switch my pose to like one of the ones that I've used a lot, which is a more neutral pose. And then I'm gonna try to fix some of the issues here. Such as that hair. Because what is that hair doing? You know, honestly, I'm not necessarily 1000% sure either. This one, definitely not like this. Like, again, elements of this model I actually really like. But there's also a lot of things I don't necessarily love. There are some angles that I really like, and other angles I don't. Uh, well, if I ever need to make a younger model, I know that I can do it. That's I'm gonna try something else. I want to go to Lo-Fi Apartments, or my loft apartment. We're gonna check a very specific lighting scenario. Oh God. Sickly. So this is not the solution. I'm curious as to like what all I need to fix. I know I need to make the shading a lot harsher on the face. So that way I get with this young face. I also need to fix how this has a normal map right here. This normal map with this line isn't supposed to be there. So that way it can blend into the neckline of the model. I can tell my face tracking is not adjusted for this face. Specifically because when I close my eyes, they go too far down. I mean, it looks like the right gender at least. Let's see. Let's check something. Because I'm curious. Because it didn't look like it was broken in this. Hey, I mean, like, on this screen, it looks a little bit better. I can see why it looks very baby face. Let's see. It also could be a slightly messed up export. On the bright side, I can work on the model while using the model, which I do enjoy being able to do. But yeah, there's elements here that are good. Altogether, no. But elements, yeah. But I think I might need to, this might just be one that has to be exported more than once. Especially because it's having a difficult time reading the script. Yeah, the export broke. So just curious, let me look back up. Oh, okay. Something opinion friend of mine shared something on Steam where you can make a video game with prompts and upload and share it with your friends. Uh, it's not really my thing because I assume that they would only have to be able to do that with like AI, and I do tend to try to avoid AI in gaming. Like you obviously can't avoid it completely, especially if you're a free-to-play gamer. And or do you mean that looks like you when you were 18? Because yeah, I thought so though. The export is broken, especially generative AI. Uh, and part of it's also the fact that like with if they have some of my some of my like caveats, because like on one hand, I don't like one of the main things, don't like it that it steals from other people who did not sign up to be within the training data. So first, as long as they pay and source the data themselves, I'm like more okay with it. And as long as they're not, if they're running it locally, that means it's not going to have that same environmental impact that say data centers do, because you can run some AI models locally from your computer without burning a hole in the sun. That is possible. It's actually very weird that we, in these states, require so much space. So I could even see generative AI being less problematic in other countries, but in the United States specifically, it's kind of like attacking. It's become hostile technology, especially for lower income families. So I try not to contribute to the rising temperature of the community. Plus, as an environmental scientist, like I believe that we should make the people responsible feel guilty about the environment, and less so the people who live under capitalism. But at the same time, yeah, I don't want to contribute to the use case. One of my questions I have with this is why is this showing out instead of going in. Because that should be going in, but for some reason it's coming out of the chest. Okay, so I need to go to face. But yeah, it does look like it was a broken export, but I'm gonna do some really quick adjustments to it while I have it here. I mean, yeah, I mean, also, especially if it's for emotional expressing yourself, I greatly encourage not using AI art, because if you're trying to like get your feelings out, the process of making it is one of the main things that helps you, not the product. I'm gonna turn that off. Pull this up. I see what happened. Come up here. Because some of the stuff that happened with this model are really fast fixes. I can just do right like this. I see. This is why there's a gash in my chest. And let me check something real fast. Normal map. Oh, so I think something might be off in the sense that, like, that's what I thought. That normal map is in the wrong order. And I can show you guys why that is. Yeah, it feels weird, especially like if you make I do think one of the other issues is the fact that it's everywhere, because it's I feel like hurting people's independent thinking a little bit. But so the issue with why my chest looks the way it does is so this is a ball normal map, which means this is rounded. And so dark purple goes in the left hand corner, and on this one, dark purple is in the right hand corner. And this should be yellow red on this side, whereas this is where the like pink yellow is. It all makes sense. I figured out why my model looks weird outside of the things that broke. Okay. Grab this. I'm gonna do some like really rough quick normal mapping. Okay, I need to do this. Symmetry tool. Come down here. I thought this was weird. At least I know I'm not crazy. Well, about this. I need to go to the top layer. Oh, wait. Turn off symmetry tool. Because using symmetry tool is the wrong thing, because things won't be in the right spot. If you use symmetry tool, it will put this here and put this here, and that's not what is supposed to happen. Okay. Okay. And this. So yellow, blue, pink, yellow. I'm curious to see if just doing this will fix it. Control-C, Control-V. I'm gonna hide this one. And I'm just gonna blur this out a little bit. Personally, mostly mixing these, because there's supposed to be gradients in between them. Okay. Let's see how this looks real fast. File. Save. I don't have to worry about that because this is a normal map. This should change a lot. Um, I think I have to drag the other one over and then drag that one over. For some reason this is highlighted, but it shouldn't be. Let me switch this layer to multiply. Okay, then I'm gonna rotate you. Yeah, now the normal map is going the right way. Because I'm not seeing like a big pillar in the center. Uh, go to this. File. Save. File. Save. Some point I wanted to like just export like flat body parts and just kind of test out how much I can like control with just the normal map, like export flat textures. Okay, let's go to the face. I might just use my face instead of like doing a new one and just see how this looks when it's exported. Okay. New. I want to go and grab this. New layer. Okay, and then this should be gonna do the same thing but on this side. Okay. I want to lighten this up. File. Save. Oh, I do think I have to like kind of drag one over and then drag it back off just to make sure it reassigns it as a normal map. Okay. Hey, thanks for coming by to vent. Sorry that my face is like this. No. I do wonder how much of like it being like this was because it broke on export. Because I can already tell it broke from on export because of that hair. Same. What do you mean by unload the model? Oh, do you unpack it? You see, I don't know if you program, but unloading is actually a thing. That's why it's like, wait, what? I need to soften this bottom part up a bit. But it's technically not packed. Well, it is packed, but I don't need to. Yeah. Because I was about to say, because like, so packing and unpacking is actually a thing. Uh, when an item is packed, that means it basically has been put together in like inside an object. Like this character is currently a packed package, but I can unpack it, and that allows me. So right now it's a prefab, but if I unpack the prefab, then I can mess with the individual parts without having to go into the prefab. Okay. I'm gonna go in here. I am just gonna go to the FP2. It's gonna be this one or this one. I'm just gonna like take this one and go save. And that should be good enough. Though I do think that just got rearranged slightly. Okay, we got that. We fixed the chest a little bit. We did a different face map, which we just used our current face map that we've been using on our exports. And we're just gonna see how that looks. Okay. I think I'm gonna have an issue with that for now, and I will fix that in a future model. Yeah, I'll lock these in, and I'm gonna re-export, and we're gonna see what it looks like. Because there's one other easy quick fix I can do, and that easy quick fix is to basically take the model's face and apply a gradient to it that's like my skin texture, and I can kind of neutralize out a lot by doing that, and then turn up the mix of that. And that might be one of the better things to do. I don't know how I made it end up making this model look so young, though. I don't think I could do it on purpose. Accidentally a child. Wardo, switch to active mode. Wait, first, let me double check. Okay. Save. Oh, I just thought of a way to fix the neck thing. I could turn backing off, because then it would be invisible. On the bright side, it shouldn't take long because I didn't really change much. Build's already manifesting. I should set this computer to export these models directly to the streaming computer. Okay. Drag this in. I use the folder that I use videos for because it's already set up to sync between the two. Replace the file. My model should change quickly. That hair's still broken. Why is that hair still broken? My age went up a little bit. Just a little. Not by a lot. The thing that's confusing to me is that hair is broken, but it really shouldn't be. Maybe... Let me see if I reset my magic cloth. Sometimes if I switch off of a model and then switch back onto it, it'll fix the hair issue. It's maid poison!
Grego_waffles just followed.
Why are you doing this? It's that specific hair. Robert. It's pissing me off. Because the thing that's confusing me is it's not broken here, but it is broken there. I should be able to identify which hair that is. It's likely in this section. Because if I have to, I'll just turn it off. Let's see. Which hair are you? Zooming in, enhance image. Oh my god. There we go. I believe it's this one. Control C, Control V. Number 3. Delete. Because that's the only one that's going that direction. Oh, I also definitely want these colliders to be way smaller. That was definitely not number 3. Because number 3 is that small hair. I'm also gonna unlock my eyelashes. Gonna do render back. Unlock. Call back. Yeah. That way when I blink, it disappears. That's why these aren't disappearing when I blink. It should, again, replace fast. We'll figure this out. It's not like once I figure this out, my model will be perfect. So like, I shouldn't stress too much about it. I was using my face shading does seem to be the better face shading for the face. I just probably need to pull up some of the angles and straighten out some of the side angles. Okay. I'm hitting play, and then I'm gonna like move the thing on the inside. It's weird that that's the only one that's doing it. Like all the others are fine. I remember this happened one time and I had to like fully just change out the model. And like, because it just would not fix itself. I have the weirdest cowlick issue. Yeah, this shouldn't be hitting anything. Yeah, that's not hitting anything at all. Okay. If it's broken this time, I have no idea what's wrong. First, fix this too. unlock because I did figure out a fix for my issue. Fix the back. And now I shouldn't really see the lip of that anymore. So the issue is if you see my hair, I'm not exactly sure what the issue. It is a collider issue slash export issue because it's not broken in Unity, but it is broken in Wordo. I also definitely need to age up this face by a good like 10 years. I'm so sorry I didn't see the message earlier. My goal was to have this finished within the first hour. But that was before. That was before I was given this challenge. Build correctly. And get rid of this hair. Should export fast. Oh, this export. Hmm. Oh my god. I will figure this out. And it will be solved. And this is just gonna be me saying, like, just a random phrase towards no one in particular. But I do find it kind of funny. Actually, I could. I would just use hair from like the head because it's on the same thing as my regular hair, so I just need to attach it to the face instead of the back of my head. Kind of like how this is sticking out. Can we just pretend this is a horn? A weird horn. Okay, it is exported again. Wait. Replace. Okay. And nope, this is still broken. Okay. I'm going to switch off of this model, then import the other one. Replace. And now switch to that. Why is this doing this? Like, what is causing that? Like, all the other hair is fine. This might be something I have to go into here to figure out. Because I fixed the colliders. Or maybe I'll have to fully close out of Word and reopen it. Okay. And you go to hairstyle. I do notice I don't think it's fully changing. I might have to do that thing I had to do one time, which is like make a completely new model file and then export it. Because I've had to do that before. No, you good though too. I just want this to not be an issue. One day. Okay. So if I'm looking at these, could be 7, could be 6. Let's see. If I look exactly where it's broken, that green thing should be at the same spot. Oh, I think it's 6. Like if I get rid of 6, because I can afford to get rid of some of the ones on the edge, because they'll still have movement. I'm going to get rid of 6, switch to active mode, export, and then if it stays the same, like nothing changes, then I know like what the issue is slightly. The issue is that the model file itself is just the pathing is probably broken or something. Because that means it's breaking as it exports every time, so it's not changing anything. Which would make sense because it is exporting extremely fast. Okay, refresh. Let's see. So it's not 6. So let me go back to this, add 6 back, but now I know it's actually doing them, so that's actually good information to have. If it's not 6, it might be 7. Unintentional. But the main thing is I'm glad it actually is exporting. It does seem like there's something weird happening with my SDK file. I'm gonna exit. There we go. La 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 la, la 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 la. I'm not happy. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna let it copy over completely. Even though on the other computer it says it's already transferred. It's right there that it's broken. So it has to be one of the hairs that's like right there specifically. but it wasn't 7. Two is the next really good contender because it's right in the spot. I hate when I have to do this. Like, export 1,000 times just to get the model to work. Uh, I mean, the face looks better now, though. So at least that's fixed. A little bit. I can do the rest with shading. Same with the body. Okay. On the bright side, every time you export this file, it gets faster at doing it. It wasn't that one either. Let's see, is there anything that's also going in that same direction? Nope. It's one that's by itself. Okay, I want to go to hairstyle. Edit hair bounce. Because this might also show me what's wrong. Side bangs. Okay. It could be this one. Could be like a specific piece of hair in the group, but I don't think it's that. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. It wasn't 7. I think this was 2. And what's bone group 1? Okay. And these are in order of which bone group they are. As a side note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. It's not this one. I think this one is the next contender for possibly, but I don't think the hair's hooked. Oh, that's what I can do. What hair is missing from the end here? Oh yeah, no, this is a small hair. So if I look, I have this piece of hair. Let's see, do I have that very end? No, I don't. And that is in bone group 2. So if I remove bone group 2, which I just did, that should fix this. I say for the 8th time. I mean, for the first time ever. I think this is the most I've ever exported a model. I think that was the fix. Wardo, new mod, poison, man, F. Create mod. And we're gonna do Wardo, setup character, Wardo, switch to active mode. Yes. I'm gonna export a completely new file and see if that still has the problem. And if this still has the problem, then like we're just gonna move on. I'm checking to see if it's like coming through a different part of my head. For some reason, even when I drag the file out of my mod folder, it's still saying that it's in there. Let's see. Though, with how this is stuck here, it's quite possible that it is my Unity instance that's broken and not the model. I'm gonna try something different. It feels like it's getting different. Now it's really far leaning down. But somehow still has physics. Look at this. Yeah, it has to be the one that comes through this one first, which does it on its own. And was in bone group 2. But yeah, this I'm building as a completely different mod to see if it's an issue of just the exported file just copying itself instead of re-exporting itself. Because that's happened to me before, where a file, like even though I'm clicking export, it's actually exporting the same file and just saying it's a different one. But hey, everything else works fine. Okay. Drag this over. Go to here. And then if this doesn't work, we're just going to assume that something about this model is inherently broken. Yep. I don't know what's broken about this model, because it works fine in Unity, but doesn't work fine here. Because there's only one other thing I could do, which would be to like just take the colliders away. Could switch this to edge. Because like I don't think at this point that there's anything specifically that I can do to fix that. Cause it also might be that like one of these textures split somehow. I definitely don't think that's it. That or the crossing between two of the hairs caused the issue. Let's see. Then hit back. Build manifesting. Okay. Replace. What is wrong with you? Why? Yeah, something happened with this model. It's just not working out for some reason. And the only thing else I can do is restart Wardo. But like, typically when it works in here, it'll work in Wardo. I'm actually, yeah, I'm just gonna close Wardo and reopen it and see what happens. Because sometimes a program, when you give it a new file, it'll be like, what new file? And just open the old one. Through random access memory. No, just like through its cache. And that currently is my only possible answer to what's happening. Is that it's not actually trying again, it's just maintaining that one thing. Because if I take this, I'm pretty sure something's gonna move. See, because that's what it looks like. I'm reopening Bordeaux, but it definitely wasn't turning off this on export, so it definitely was not saving the changes I was making to the model. That or my other computer was just trying to keep on loading the old model that used to be there. Sometimes computers get lazy. On the bright side, oh god. It's kind of funny because, like, if I go from these two, same issue, but it's slightly different somehow. Like, is there some other collider I have that specifically affects hair group number 2? That's when I remember there is a specific thing I have active that affects hair group number 2. Is it the fact that I have tails on and did it choose that one hair for tail? Because that's gonna be silly. Character 3. Because it's set to hair 2. I'm gonna be mad if that's the answer. If it just keeps on rigging it as a tail. Fix it. So now my snake is in my chest. That's stupid. I can't believe that's what it was. That it was being chosen to be rigged as a tail and not as hair. And it didn't choose my things that are set up as tails. I completely forgot that that's active even when it's not on like that model specifically. But hey, uh, at least we figured out the solution. And we wasted so much time trying to export the model thinking that's what was broken. And it turned out, no, it was my settings in Wardo that was breaking it. I need to remind myself next time to like check my Wardo settings before I export the model 8 times. Actually, it's probably way more than 8. I'm gonna throw this fan away. All being said, it's not that bad, looking at least. Not a bad, like, first new attempt since I learned how to do normal maps and stuff. I did somehow make my face look really young. I don't know how I did that. It's partially, I think, the rounding of the face. Yeah. Checking. It's all, like, decent, though. I've made better models, but I'm not used to making male models, and this was one of the things I wanted to say before I even did this, is like, I want to skip the ugly stage of learning how to do a new, like, model type, but I don't think I can skip that stage. I think I have to go through it. I have to do the trial and error that's gonna get me to the end goal. But I'm glad I, like, tested out stuff on this one. And I don't think I have a really good pose for a masculine model. Most of my poses are feminine. I can probably still make a cool edit to this model. Uh, okay. Well, I'm gonna, like, chill off with some NTE because that was different. That was a unique thing. Okay, one of the things I will say is I do like the body. There's some normal map stuff I need to fix, and I did just basically find out I'm gonna have to just do the normal map all myself custom wise. Uh, so like I'll have to do some fixes for that, but not a bad starting point. Oh, I also probably want to de-roundify my face. And my lips might be just getting a little bit too young. This should be perfect for like a chibi model though. This face. Or like a chibi model in my art style. Thank you, Matthew. This has been a process. I just spent I think a good like 40-ish minutes fixing a problem the wrong way because the problem was in my Wordo settings, not in the model export, but I just assumed it was the model export. And I want to fix this baby face and make it a little bit more. I want to take it up 10 years. But this is a fairly good first attempt at doing like a more like masculine body type, like muscle wise. I think my next one will look really good. This is the trial and error model. I mean, the design's not bad. I think I might go with something more simple next time. Like maybe just like open like shirt and like shorts. But the only thing I'm mad at now is the fact that it took me so long to figure out what my problem was. And it ended up being a setting that I set up. For those of you who don't know, I have it set to where I can turn these tails into autonomous, like, creatures that move by themselves. However, they're normally in hair slot 2. When I switched to this model, because I redid the hair, all of my hair is now renumbered on this model. So hair slot 2, that would be one of the snakes, formerly, was that piece of hair. And that's why that hair was sticking up like that. It was trying to move like a snake, but didn't have the bones for it. But yeah, I think I can make a cool edit with this still. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we really make VTuber models for? I will say, once I switched the normal map to my normal face, that did actually help a lot. And I know part of the emotions I'm feeling right now are just the frustration of the bug that I had. uh, Let me switch my category on X. Well, not on X, but on Twitter. Not Twitter. That's the same thing. Brain fried. Problem solving too much. Need to like do something not requiring me to think. Okay, exit. But yeah, I think this is a great first round, and I'm glad that when I was messing with this model in Vroid, I convinced myself to like uh go ahead and export and just see how it turns out, because now I know how it's gonna turn out, and I know like the things to fix in the future, things to adjust, where to like make some really important changes, and what areas I don't really need to worry about. But yeah, I think next is to like do a male model and just have a very simple outfit with it. I'm hoping that by Song has like a really cool like leisure outfit that I could use. Although Dania also comes out on Thursday. I don't have a model for her, but she is along the line of like how my normal model looks. So I could just kind of like probably make that dress that she has fairly quickly and end up using that. Let's see. I'm closing out of all the other things I have up. Oh, there's an update. I'm guessing it's like bug fixes. Oh, there's another band wave of people who cheated. And thank you, by the way, Proto. No, yeah, if I do like a male model, I kind of want it to be very different from my normal body type. Because if I am making a different type of model, I want it to be very clear, like that it's a different type of model. Like leave no ambiguity, like to see like what it looks like or anything. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get on NTE and do my dailies. Because yeah. Audio. We aren't gonna do anything complicated though. I can say that already. Okay, another thing I'll say is the model does look better on this screen. So like I think we did a good job. I say, convincing myself. No, I think we did an okay job. Especially like when I think back to how like my other attempts looked. This is by far my best attempt at doing it. And I also genuinely believe that like when I exported this model, I knew I was gonna need to do another design, but that's why I exported this model like when I did instead of working on the design more. Oh, this is close to leveling up. I'm gonna go ahead before I do that and claim my stuff. Oh wow, 59,000. Oh, I'm having a little bit of delay. There we go. And my restock is auto now. So I don't have to click the restock button. Because my cafe is max level. Characters.
Business is tough. Every little.
It's my duty.
Let's make sure everyone gets their X ability. So the next people we send is going to be Fadia. Actually, I should probably, instead of ascending Fadia, ascend main character, because they're on a different team. Oh, you know what? Let's do matchmaking. See if anyone is there. Because last time that sped up this by a lot. Oh yeah, we do also have the NTE live stream, I think of the 23rd. It's either the 23rd or the 22nd. But we'll be able to see that and see what's coming up in 1.1. Okay, we'll just do it ourselves. Because my team's plenty strong.
Cutie, the games begin. Intimacy through pain. Here I am.
Friendly fire. Keep quiet. That's it. Yo, chit chat, Bill.
The height of the world, drawn to his king.
Just do a lot of damage.
The moon has set. Where would you like more? Here I am.
Me? All right. Shh. Keep quiet.
Hand over control. Just stay sharp.
The cat and mouse. Chit chat's over.
Did you need something?
Friendly fire.
I'll handle this. It's about time. Nowhere to hide. Another complete mission.
And I just need to claim this once. Exit. Because I just need it for By Songs thing. This By Songs thing, like, gives me stuff. Of course it does. By
You
Songs
need to
thing
step
gives
in.
me, like,
Don't forget to bill them for an appearance fee.
this one. Activate. But yeah, the person who I should probably level up next. Info, ascend. So I need these. I don't think I have, yeah. I might have enough if I do this twice, though. I don't know how many this gives me now.
Words spoken aloud must be honored.
Oh wow, he does a lot more now.
Here I am. Stay sharp. It's about time.
Intimacy through pain.
Leave it. No mercy.
And thus, time flows on.
Me? All right then.
I'll handle this.
Cutie. I'll guide you.
Nowhere to hide.
Shiver victory.
Could all be a moment.
Darn, I don't think this is gonna do enough damage to kill him before he does his thing.
The moon has set.
It's mine too.
Friendly fire.
Here I am.
Spoken states must not be.
Okay. As where he's gonna do his like blue fire thing. Yeah, I need to do it twice at least.
That was fast. Can't say I'm surprised. I'll handle this.
Intimacy through pain.
Leave it to me.
And thus, time flows on.
This should do a lot of damage now. With the amount of skills I used just then.
Arriving at this very moment.
Friendly fire.
I'll handle this. Into the
Feeling satisfied.
The cat.
A little slower.
Yo, chit chat over.
Here I am. What you see is an illusion. Into that. Did you need
Flame. Okay, run away. Because that should mean I can ascend now. Yeah, this is kind of giving crocodile more than it's giving snake. Any quest. Last one. Okay. Go to fund. I think I probably have to go get yours.
Precious, you're trying really hard.
Okay, and then we're gonna go down
Appreciate
to you. Nope, I need to go get yours. Teleport. And then I'll have to go get, Oopadoops. see. This way.
It's my duty.
Welcome to DS.
Speed. Luckily, my passive income now is high enough to easily purchase these without having to worry about it.
Welcome to DSD, home to the latest and coolest pop toy.
Okay, next is the flower shop. For Fadia. Oh, not you. You. This one. Bond gift. Going to go to.
What's more precious than the gift is you.
Okay. And then I need your moon location. I need to go grab those moons. Advanced. Bond. Gift.
Ooh, where did you get this?
Okay.
You have great taste. I like it.
A gift from a friend is a treasure. I'll put it where everyone can see.
And then I guess I'm gonna give you the next closest and probably will eventually be invitable, so I'll give you this.
Thanks for the effort.
Okay.
It's my duty.
Let us ascend you.
Another new day.
I'm gonna level by
Go
song.
ahead, I'm listening.
Can I purchase these? Hunter exchange. Oh, I can. I can get a lot of them. For 100,000? Sure. Wait, what did I just buy? Yeah, I bought Elite Hunter guides. Are they not? Let's see. Not those. I have 18 of these cases that I could use. Oh, I bought expansion course. That's what I meant to buy. I still don't know what expansion
ready.
cores do. What I do know is
Business is tough.
if I'm
Every
gonna
little
develop
thing
any of
counts.
them, this is the one I wanted to develop first. They don't have enough beetles for that. On the bright side, if I wanted to try this again, it probably would go a lot better for me. I don't know why it said 0 of 10 cleared, because I'm pretty sure I cleared most of the first one. Unless that reset. No, I cleared it, okay. I need 30 in total. I'll do this. Because I don't think they're gonna need this. Not now.
Intimacy through pain. Oh, nowhere to hide.
Let's finish this.
Friend, let's confirm it. Blessing or a curse?
I'll handle this.
I will
Cutie, let the games begin.
just leave it.
I'll guide you. Target locked. Thousand eyes, awaken!
Shift gauge. Words spoken aloud must be honored. Shh. Keep quiet.
I will see. Let's finish this.
It's about time.
Let me take over.
I'll handle this.
Leave her up your ears.
That was fast. Can't say I'm surprised. Here I am. No mercy.
Shift change.
I will strike.
Cutie. Feeling satisfied.
The cat and mouse. Let's confirm it. Blessing or a curse?
Hands over.
Me? All right. Perk up your ears.
Trust me. Let's finish this.
It's about time. Forward. Target locked. Nothing can stand this blade. What you see is an illusion. Cutie, let the games begin.
Let me take over.
Shift, yo. Think that's over.
Leave it to me. I'll guide you.
The cat and mouse spoken stains. Must not be. Perk up your ears.
Trust me.
You're right. Stay sharp.
Friendly fire.
Can't say I'm surprised.
The cat.
Leave it nowhere to hide.
Me? All right then.
Target locked. That's feeling satisfied.
The cat and...
Leave it to me.
Friendly fire. Let's confirm it. Blessing or a curse? Perk up your ears.
Okay. 200 seconds remaining, so that gives me like 4 minutes here.
What? I can do. You know how much injury insurance.
Route secured. Target confirmed. Here I
It'll only be a moment.
Nope.
arriving at this very moment.
I'm here to...
Stick to the plan. I'll handle this. Now's the time. I'll provide backup. Spin and clear. I'll handle this. Here I am.
Let's go! Can you keep up with the wind? Please play number 01888 at your service.
Don't worry, we have plenty.
I'm here to help.
I'll handle. Target confirmed.
Minute at a time. Deal. Deal again. I got this. Don't doubt me. And thus, time flows on.
Stick to the plan. Clear on time. I'll handle this. Don't worry.
A little show off. Here to help.
I'll handle.
Please,
Did you need something?
let's go.
Burn. End journey. Now, which is the one that I got back? Team Chaos damage. I mean, hey, that's at least good for them. Could probably get those back too. Let's see. This is probably still the best setup for the simple fact that Hatori can use her, like, fighting one person debuff. Okay, go to the mall. Go to... one of these. Ah, it's this one. I think this is actually the better.
Business is tough. Every little thing counts.
If I wanted to do the action
I'm
based
listening.
team,
You need me to step in. I'm ready.
do
Back to work again. Fine.
Hey, the wind's picking.
Another new day.
and that. I do think that this is my best current setup.
Business is tough.
It's my duty.
Back
What
to
level are
work
the weapons
again.
that people are using?
Fine.
First, level up. What's your Esper ability? Divided by 0 increases damage 25%. Needs this. So we'll go ahead and get another one of those. I'm currently also trying to figure out like how I want to age up this character. I mean, this like model I made. Like how I would do that. What kind of lines do I add and where? See, I want Lacrimosa, but on the because it's vampire, but I also
It's mine. No mercy. Duty. Oh, God, you. Better get used to it. I'll handle this.
All right then. Let's confirm it. Blessing or a curse? Hook up your ears.
Here I am.
And thus, time flows on.
Arriving at this very moment. It's about time. Leave.
Shift change. Be quiet. That was.
Big shot. Waiting for me. Leave it to me.
What you see is an illusion.
oh, this will break him.
The tides of the world, drawn to its place.
The moon has set.
Me? Yo. Get that though.
Crisis averted.
I got faster. Exit. Let's see.
It's my
Characters.
duty.
Another new day.
Awaken. Esper ability. Yes. I need to get more of the doves, it looks like. What's your support ability? Increase Chizz's charge efficiency by 20% while on field. What's yours? Gets 1 stack of express delivery power. Yeah, I need way more beetles. I also need to get more beetles for whenever the future characters come out. Need to collect some essential materials. Okay. Done all of my bond stuff. So now all there's left to do is to go deposit a wish at the tree. Oh, whoops, I'm going the wrong direction. I feel like this should be teleportable. First, I gotta switch the time. It gets to be nighttime to make a wish. There's the tree. Let's make a wish. Oh, I don't have one still. I wonder how frequently you can do that. I just wonder if we can get one of those sparkly blue trees for our apartment. I think I have a locker key for this one. Crab. Oh. She kinda looks like a playable character almost. Okay. I think we're all good. So, gotta do the thing that we do. Oh, there's bad guys. Hey guys, what we doing?
What you looking at?
Time flows on.
They didn't last. Oh, I guess you can get beetles from just killing things in the world. I didn't realize.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Oh, I need to do my one delivery with Hathor. Tofu, urgent. Is it urgent pay? No. Nope. 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 These deliveries aren't nearly as good as the other weeks. Oh, we're going to this one. Let me grab this crow. Or was it further up? I heard about that. When I worked for Blizzard, they talked about how in Korea it was such a big game release that they had a national holiday for it, like banks closed. Like I heard how like big that game release was for Korea. And they do still talk about that at Blizzard, as far as I'm aware.
All right, let's go.
Okay, and now to get to this and send Hathor out.
All these orders. The store's overloaded with orders.
Go, Hathor, go. I'm guessing companion? Yeah. Claim. But okay. That all being said, I guess we're gonna call the stream here. I'd like to take this moment to say thank you to everyone who came by. I appreciate you all. Sorry I was a little bit more distracted this time because of having issues with the model. But I can't wait to see you all in future streams. Our next scheduled stream is Thursday, 8:30 p.m. EST. and I can't wait to see you later. Sweet dreams and good night to you too, Proto. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Bye for now, and see you next time.